Welcome back to Untitled Label, where we strive for greatness through optimization. So this isn't our usual setting. This video is actually going to be kind of a vlog video. I'm going to be traveling this week for work, so one of the things that I wanted to do that's a little bit different is bring you guys along with me for the ride. I know I've been saying I wanted to do a video like this, but this is actually me following through and making this happen. So let's enjoy this week in Boston. Before we actually get into the video, I do want to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos. As always, it goes a long way, helps the channel grow, and it is much appreciated. Also, if you haven't been to Untitled Label Clothing, untitledlabelclothing.com, make sure you do so. Latest apparel that we have, we're kind of in the midst of forming the winter collections that season. I actually have a full amount of time to prepare for it this time, so I have high hopes. I have big goals, and I think it's actually going to be a pretty solid collection. So again, that's going to be Untitled Label Clothing, untitledlabelclothing.com. I'm going to be talking about the more benefits of being a field service engineer. This one's going to primarily focus on retirement. The one I'm going to be talking about are going to be the 401k and the HSA. These are two retirement accounts that probably everyone should have. Your employer, depending on what company you work for, should definitely offer 401k. HSA, I think most, depending on the HSA, I don't know if every company offers it, but it's definitely something you should know about or at least be researching. Finally made it back to the hotel. I went out to dinner with my coworker slash friend Carl. Shout out to him. Back in the hotel now, but we're gonna be staying. I'm gonna be shooting the rest of the video from this location. One of the things that I previously mentioned that I wanted to talk about for this video is going to be our 401k as well as our HSA accounts. So I want to do a little bit of a kind of, not necessarily a super deep dive, just kind of sharing the information about those two accounts as well as reasons why you should have one if you don't have one through your employer. So the first thing we should really dive into is going to be the 401k. What is a 401k? Essentially, a 401k plan it's a retirement plan that you are going to contribute money to save towards your retirement. The good thing about this is it does have some tax advantages, as well as sometimes you can have an employee match. So if you're not using your 401k, definitely do so. I know for certain companies they do have an employee match, so that's kind of free money right there to begin with. My employer has a very high employee match for a 401k plan. So if you're not really taking advantage of that free match, that's free money that you're losing out on. You should definitely find out what your employer covers as far as a match, if they offer a match, and at the very minimum, do a minimum percent of the match. So let's say they do 4% match, you should be investing 4% of your income towards that to at least not lose out on the employer match. There are different types of 401k plans. There are the IRA as well as Roth. The Roth one, it's going to be more helpful in my opinion because you're paying, it's after tax dollars. So essentially the money that you're putting in, you're getting after taxes. So that means in the future, when you decide to pull that money out, you already pay taxes on it. So it's your money versus an IRA. The IRA, you're actually going to be, it's pre-tax dollars. So you're putting money that you're making, but pre-taxes. So later on in life, let's say you decide to retire, pull that money out, you're then going to be paying taxes. The difference between the two is you're paying taxes for one now versus you're paying taxes for the other in the future. My logic, why I prefer the Roth, is because I'm in a lower tax bracket now. Therefore, I'm paying less taxes versus in the future, let's say when I'm making even more money, hopefully, knock on wood, that's the goal, I'm going to be paying a higher tax percentage when I decide to pull that money out. So for me, I try to go as much Roth as possible. I know it's not for everyone since it is after tax dollars, but if you can do that with your employee match, you're going to be set. The reason why I love these plans so much is because compound interest, whenever you're putting this money aside, it's doing the work for you. Your highest, what you want to focus on when you're first starting getting into investing, saving for retirement, is going to be your savings rate. Once you hit about over 100K or so, then you can start to kind of ease off the pedal, and then compound interest starts doing the work for you. So for me, let's say I'm trying to max out the amount of money I can put in my Roth IRA, which I think for this year it's around 20,000. It might be 19,500, but once you max that out, that's it. The rest of the money that you can earn is going to be based on investing in compound interest. So that is definitely a great tool. If you're not taking advantage, definitely do so, regardless of whether you're a field service engineer or not. I know when I was in the Navy, did offer a match. It was very low. However, it's free money. It's guaranteed free money. So why wouldn't you take advantage of it? Depending on your job, your match percent might be higher now. So at least, at the very minimum, try to contribute the match percent of your employer. That way you're set for the future. The second type of account that I'm going to be talking about is a health savings account. What that is it's going to be part of your health plan, your provider health plan. I don't know if this is going to be something that every employer provides, but if they do provide it, I definitely recommend using it to your advantage. The reason why this is good is because it's another way to essentially get tax-free dollars later in retirement. So your health savings account is essentially used for any kind of medical emergencies, not even emergencies. Let's say you have to go to a doctor, eye exam, stuff like that, that you have to use the account for. So you're putting money aside for those events, going to the doctor, going to whatever the reason may be. As long as it's related to your health, you can use that money to do whatever needs to be done. So, with that said, whenever you're not using that money, once you get to a certain amount, I think for me it's about $2,000, that money gets invested. So, that's more compound interest that you're gaining. There is a max amount of money you can save per year for your health savings account. I'm not sure what those numbers are, but I'll definitely post that in this video so you guys can be up to date as well. So by using your health savings account and building that tax-free dollars, eventually you're going to get to a point where you're ready to retire again with your 401k. You can use that money again, same thing. If you have anything that's related to medical, you can use that money in the future. So it's a great account to have if you don't have one and you have the ability to use one. It's just an extra cushion, just another way to pay less taxes and save more money. So why wouldn't you want that? Oh, not to mention, some employers might actually do a match on that as well. My employer offers a HSA match. I think right now it's literally dollar for dollar up to a certain amount. So I'm definitely taking advantage of that as well. So between the 401k and the HSA having matches, you're getting free money. So use those accounts if you have the opportunity to, and just watch the dollars in the accounts just steadily grow over time as you get closer and closer to retirement. If you made it this far, I have an extra kind of bonus that you can kind of use to improve your future savings as well as save some more money via taxes. But wait, you're telling me I can save even more money? Outside of having your 401k through your employer with a max of, I believe, around $20,000, you can have your own kind of account as well. Now, the max for that is going to be $6,500 per person. So that's another account, another retirement account you can take advantage of. So my goal is to max out both my Roth through my employer, my personal Roth through my Fidelity account I have set aside. Once I can do those two things, it's going to start compound interest is going to just do the work for me. And that's even more money that I'm going to be able to save aside towards early retirement.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this kind of different video. It's more informative. I kind of always want to share the information that I know with other people that may not. So this is why I'm kind of making these more job related focused videos, just to get the information out there and just get more people to be successful. I do dabble in crypto as well, but that's a story for another day. With that said, that kind of brings us to a close for this video. I do appreciate all the support. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you like, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so before, or if you haven't done so yet. Check out Untitled Label at untitledlabelclothing.com, and I hope you guys have a good week. I'll catch you on the next one. Time or compound interest? Time or compound interest?